So we're down at Jackson's in Bryanston, and you'll never believe who just walked through the door. This is Joel Salatin, who's coming up to do a course at his first visit in South Africa. So Joel, welcome to Jackson's. That's all it's an absolute honor having you here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
We've followed you, we've read up on you, and you actually are a part of the store and the story, because the things you say we honestly believe, and we pass that on to our farmers. But why in today's time is it critical to eat real food?
I would say if you want to be a real human, you probably ought to eat real food. And you know, we've never had so many options to eat unpronounceable food that won't rot, sterile food. You know, if it won't rot, it probably won't digest. You know, cheese is not supposed to squeeze out of a bottle. It's supposed to mold on the table, you know, and in a week it ought to sprout legs and walk off the table, right? And so, you know, we have all this sterile, unpronounceable, you know, non-authentic, adulterated, you know, animals in factory houses,
pesticides.
Yeah. The toxic, the pathogenicity,
colorants,
all that. So at the end of the day, your microbiome and my microbiome, they weren't designed to eat red dye 29. You know, they weren't designed to eat the kind of stuff that we're giving them. And we've never had that kind of choice in human history. In human history, we always had to eat real stuff. You know, that was decomposed, that was pronounceable. And for the first time, we have the option to not eat that, and we're seeing chronic illness, all sorts of problems as a result.
Absolutely, and I think for us, the unit of measure is nutrient density, and it starts at the farm. So that's so important, and people don't get that. And that's our biggest challenge, is to talk about nutrient density of your food. You don't have to eat as much, but eat the good stuff.
Yeah, the satiation factor is quite profound. You know, we participated with a study with our pastured eggs, and with 12 other growers in the country, and you know, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the official, you know, label on regular eggs is like 48 micrograms per egg of folic acid, for example. Our eggs average 1,038 micrograms per egg. So we're not talking about little deviations. You know, grass-finished beef, 300% more riboflavin than grain-finished beef. Conjugated linoleic acid. I mean, you can just go down the line. I mean, we're in the livestock business, but the same thing is true with carrots. There's an organization in the U.S. called the Bionutrient Association, and they're actually testing foods to see how much variation there is, for example, from one carrot to another, from different sources. And they found, for example, on carrots, that in order to get the same nutrition from the best carrot, you have to eat 15 of the poorest carrots to get the nutrition of the best carrot. So when we talk about the price of food, you know, if you don't have to buy any pharmaceuticals, any drugs, and have doctor visits, can you afford to put more money in food? I would rather put more money in food than doctor visits.
Right.
And people are starting to realize that preventive dietary nutrition beats trying to remediate it with healthcare, pharmaceuticals, and those kinds of things.
That's incredible, and you know, we're seeing that too. Our customers over time eat less. The portion size drops, and you save a lot of money like that.
Right.
We've also got feedback that people drop their medical aid and they go down to a basic plan, hospital plan. I mean, it all works out. Thanks again for coming through, and we really appreciate it.
Ever the salesman.